let's open one of the best training devices you can have in the game of golf, shall we? Now, if you want to simplify the game, of golf, all you have to do is hit a ball the correct distance and the correct line. That's it. It's pretty much just a two-plane game, right? How far did it go and how accurate was it left to right? If you get both of those perfect, the ball goes in the hole. So, alignment sticks. These are so underrated, particularly for new golfers, and it helps tremendously solve one of those problems. This is a cool little pack. It works kind of like tent posts, as you see, folded up, that size there, and then extended out. Really great. What I understand to be the case here, and it looks like it already happened, yes. This pack, from all the reviews that I was reading, it was like, hey, those little rubber tips on it, make sure you super glue them on because they come off super easily. As we could see here, I literally just opened this. But particularly the pointy end, because this is the end that you would stick into the ground. So the main complaint people had is you stick this into the ground one time, and then this tip, when you pull the stick out, it just comes right off. So basically, I'm just going to super glue those bad boys on. But how do you use alignment sticks? Let's see if we can do this. What? Oh, that's sweet. So alignment sticks are going to work like your directional devices that not only give you more confidence in where you're aiming in your golf stance and your posture and your setup, but they just confirm things for you as before you even set up to the golf ball, and they give you a visual that you can take with you out on the course. So one of the ways that I love to use alignment sticks is you put one line, make railroad tracks basically, right? You put one line where your ball is and it's pointing to the target. So I could stand behind here, I see a straight line, boom, set it down. And then another one can go kind of at your feet line, let's say, to where we set up railroad tracks. So anywhere in there where you have a ball alignment and kind of your body alignment. That way, if I'm set up and I see, imagine these being on the ground, I see as I'm set up to the golf ball, my railroad tracks, and I look and I look, I get a pretty good visual of what straight should look like at my target while I'm set up on the ball, because I already stood behind it. I confirmed, yes, this is straight. I set this one down. I confirm, yes, this is straight. These are aimed straight at the target that I'm aiming for. Because when we stand back here, it might look a little bit different. It's kind of like if you were ever a skateboarder, even to the smallest degree, it feels weird to be standing like this but going this direction. It's sort of similar as we're set up to the golf ball. If I rotate my head this way, it might not look as straight as if I were just standing behind it. So that's why your pre-shot routine, standing behind the ball, envisioning your line, seeing the railroad tracks, it's really helpful to do that and to get those reps in with your alignment sticks when you're at the driving range or when you're practicing something here so that you have that visual on course. The more that you can get that ingrained in your posture, in your setup, in your feel behind the golf ball, the better. We want to just take the game that all it is distance and alignment. That's all it is. You hit it the right distance and the right alignment, ball goes in the hole. The more that we can take that gap and just narrow the gap left to right, the better off we are. The same is true for the distance gap. If we're missing this far and the more close we can bring the misses, either too long or too short, the more we can close that gap, the better off we are. So alignment sticks help out tremendously that way, just as your railroad tracks for setup. For a beginner, major key, you don't really know the feels. Everything is brand new, so being able to say, okay, I remove that variable of questioning, am I lined up straight? And then you can have the one down here, you can use another one, or you could use your golf club, right? You have one alignment stick down on the ground that you already checked the alignment, and then you could put one kind of over your shoulders or even at your hips and get a feel, because maybe this alignment is pointed at the target, you already set that one up, but maybe, very common with beginners, your shoulders are open. It's kind of like that same thing where as a skateboarder, when you're new, it feels uncomfortable to ride perfectly this way. You want to turn this way with your upper body because going forward feels much better than going just directly to the side like I would tip over. So you can have an alignment stick down on the ground. You can use one on your shoulders. You can use it on your hips and make sure, are my railroad tracks parallel, or does this track point to the target and this one is pointed this way? to where I go, oh, I need to close the shoulders a bit. There's a good setup. These things are fantastic, and being able to have them in a little package like this is terrific. When I was growing up, there wasn't anything like this that I knew of anyway. And to have it be this compactable is so great. This is going straight into my golf bag here. Breaks down very easily, as you see. Fits into a little tube if you want. You could also just rubber band this. After I glue these ends on, I'm gonna probably just rubber band this and keep it in my golf bag. So there we go. Alignment sticks. If you don't have them, get them. These ones, I'll see if I can just toss a link under the video. I don't even know what the name of these are, but find yourself, I mean, Amazon, you can find them anywhere. Find some alignment sticks, put them to use, aim better, aim small, miss small, get that game dialed in.